Turn on transcribing now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for your hosts, who shall remain unnamed for legal purposes, in this, the most amazing, authentic, real-life podcast that you have ever heard. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Meanderthals, and this is glorious.
There's no science here, only madness. Speaking of which, welcome back. Those of you who are observant can see we're in different surroundings this week.
Here. As in H-E-A-R, that rather than here.
That was the joke. Come on.
But
it's audio only, and I was expecting them to notice through observation.
Observational humour only works with the observationalists. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to pick up my book now.
Alrighty. Let's, shall we crack on?
Yes, let's. So, as we all know, an old left-wing man died. That old man with the beard.
You're going to have to narrow that down.
That old man with the beard, who was like your racist granddad, but not racist. He always wore a lovely grey cap, just like Jeremy Corbyn.
I was going to say, you've not really narrowed it down, but yeah, carry on.
Basically, old Fidel Castro.
Yeah.
Sweet Fidel. Incidentally, he had his own brand of cheese called Fidelalfia. Which
is that actually true?
Maybe.
It's true in your world, isn't it?
Might have just made it up. You know, him and old Che Guevara, they freed the Cubans. Didn't free the slaves, though. That was Lincoln. Don't get them mixed up.
Yeah.
To quote Che's famous saying, "Hasta la victoria siempre," which of course means Victoria has 7 hats. It doesn't.
It doesn't mean that at all. It doesn't mean that at all.
It means until victory, always.
Until victory, yeah.
But if you didn't know Spanish, it could be easily mistaken.
It could easily mean the 7 whatever you said.
So really, this is just 2016, just carrying on doing its thing,
killing people as it does.
You know,
the bastard.
In previous years we've had swine flu, bird flu, foot and mouth disease, Ebola, smallpox. 2016 has just had 2016.
The death of many people.
It sneaks up on you, and it goes 2016, and you just drop dead.
To be fair, Fidel Castro was 90 years old. That's a reasonable age at which to die.
Yeah. Of your own purpose, of your own means as well. You know, just gently slipping away into that good night, not murdered by an explosive cigar or any other of the many hundreds of ways that
600 ways apparently that he was attempted to be assassinated.
I'm surprised
the Americans feared the commie on their doorstep so much.
I'm surprised Donald Trump hasn't claimed it as his own personal victory, like he got him.
Well, like he tweeted him to death.
Yeah, he snuck in the night, and he just said, "Bigly." Castro just dropped dead.
From the shock surprise of mere mention of the word. So he formed his Marxist Leninist state in Cuba, and he was the leader of the state for a long time. Now you have some leftward leanings.
Don't know what you're on about, mate.
So what's your response? How do you feel about the end of Castro's era?
Well, as with any leader, there's good and there's bad. He's probably the closest one to actually bringing about proper communism. In a way, you can never do it. It requires everyone in the world. But you look at what he did, and Cuba's healthcare and education is actually pretty exceptional, and it's all free. I mean, it's led to the issue, kind of like we have, that there's way too many graduates for no jobs because he didn't allow the private sector in. His brother, Raul, is like he's slowly freeing it up so the educated people can have, you know, that level of, you know, they can
the opportunity to
put
actually
that
work.
there. He wasn't always the nicest guy, but at the same time,
if somebody disagreed with him, he wasn't very nice to them.
Yeah, you can't make an omelette without cracking a few eggs, but sometimes you don't want a little omelette that's caused a lot of eggs to be broken on the floor and crushed into dust and maybe buried where they can't be found.
Who would want that omelette? The omelette of crushed dust and buriedness. Nobody would want that.
Oh, crushed dust omelette.
Obviously, there was a lot of response from world leaders, seeing as he was one.
Yes. I'd say that there was a more positive outpouring of support for someone who'd secluded themselves away from a major power, or a lot of major powers, rather than there was for some celebrity being elected as the most powerful man in the world.
Yeah.
Maybe if someone decides to try and take forcible control of the old US government at gunpoint, maybe pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
Are you suggesting that a
Nope.
forceful revolution in America is necessary?
No, wouldn't dream of it. Not with the new invasive laws that old Theresa May has implemented. Turns out Theresa May is actually Theresa Will, in that she will take away your civil liberties and let anyone look at what you're emailing.
Oh yeah, that's right. GCHQ, new powers, record everything that's on the internet for a year. Well, not everything on the internet, like the Snoopers Charter. Yeah, that's happening.
So yeah, well, I mean, Americans, you're just sitting there thinking, yeah, we constantly have our things monitored all the time, and it keeps us lovely and free and happy. God bless America. God bless America. Let's watch Cops. God bless America. Let's eat. Let's go to sleep. God bless America.
They've trained you to think.
Indeed. The monkey has become a man who has then become a monkey. That's evolution, which they don't believe in, so it's not true.
So were we still talking about Castro, or have we moved on?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
I was going to mention the... so a lot of politicians had to sort of rein in what their outpourings might have been towards Castro, because now because they still have to be elected.
Yep.
Castro not so much anymore.
And this isn't a left-wing world anymore.
No.
God, no.
So people had to be very delicate about it. They had to say, oh, he did some good things. He made a lot of changes. He like the education policies and the free healthcare that you're talking about. Because you can't say those are bad things. And then you've got people like Barack Obama. We stand with the people of Cuba. Because standing with the people of Cuba is fine, but not with communist leaders. That's not so fine.
Yeah, most Republicans thought it was essentially Judas taking the 30 pieces of silver when Barack Obama dared even think about talking with Cuba about opening up relations.
Yeah, the first president to do so, wasn't he?
Well, yeah,
for a long time.
Yeah.
Since the embargo.
In the end, like, he managed to stay in power for that long. He was never impeached. He was never assassinated, and
but
the people
tried.
Well, yeah, and the people still loved him at the end, really, for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
Can any other world leader say that? Mugabe, that ain't going to be the case. You can look at the Kims in North Korea, but that's...
your people inside that country probably don't have much choice on the matter.
Yeah, you love him or you die. That's the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it?
Yes, indeed, Bruce.
Sweet, sweet left-wing cookie. Filled with glorious turnips and potatoes.
Obviously glorious. Oh, I won't give it...
It is my goal, at least, that you will all hum and think about that glorious tune 24/7, a very minimum. And
at the least,
anytime you hear the word glorious, you have the Pavlovian response of just foaming at the mouth and just continuing with, no, I won't give in till I'm victorious, and then just wanting to listen to this tripe.
So this is our advertising kind of campaign, is to insinuate our way into our listeners' subconscious.
Yeah, that's a subliminal. I've been doing superliminal, where I've just been yelling at people out of bus windows to listen to this. I'll be honest, there's not been as much
The
take
response
up
for
as
that
I'd
hasn't
hoped.
been good.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just getting business cards printed, but in the shape of a shuriken. I can just send it out at people.
Throw them straight into people's necks.
Just jam it into someone's eye, and they'll not only be able to see it, but also have the sweet, sweet pain. Tip of the ends in lemon juice.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's classical conditioning right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to avoid pain? Listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Job done.
If you'd have already listened, you won't be getting this in your eye.
Exactly, yeah. You'd have the defense shield. You'd already know.
Mm.
You'd have stood up because you have to shout glorious before you throw the shuriken.
Exactly.
Shout glorious, they stand up. If you throw it at where their eye used to be, they've stood up, they're out of the range.
Exactly.
And then you already know that's a loyal follower.
Then, boom, just dick shuriken.
Yeah, exactly. And then they've got one to throw on and hit somebody else in the face with.
Pass it on.
Exactly, yeah.
Pass it on.
The shuriken of subliminality.
I walked this empty street on the shuriken and broken dreams. We've all been there.
Stop working song lyrics in.
Glorious?
I won't give in. I won't give in. I think we've meandered enough.
Next.
Yeah, so we scroll down to our favourite talking topic.
Yes.
The Don.
The Don.
The little D that could. I'm not calling him Big D.
Well, if you saw the those statues that were put up pre-election that were made, he according to those, he does have a little D, Big D with a little D. There was an artist who made a sculpture.
Was it a
papier
nude?
mache thing? Yeah, it was
Yes.
satirical take on Donald Trump, and he had a teeny weeny peeny. And then he had
That's an excellent
I don't know
one.
if it was him or someone else, and they had Hillary Clinton basically in the nude, and I think she was having sort of lobbyists suckling at her teat, which both sides.
Classic political cartoonistry, but done in 3D.
Yeah, I think it was Ian Hislop personally, but he just Private Eye is going downhill. Printed media, who's doing that anymore? It's all podcasts these days.
Yeah.
Fucking shit. Anyone can have one of them. Not everybody should.
Not everybody should know.
Proof
Proof if it were needed.
Yeah.
You are listening to it right now.
Oh,
hello.
a
What was
noise.
that? That was unnecessary.
Indeed.
There we go.
Imagine that. Imagine the unprofessionalism.
I don't know what you mean. Completely pro.
Because of course, to be professional, you've got to be paid for this. That means more of you need to watch. That means more shurikens. At your
More
eyes,
shurikens, yeah.
At your eyes.
Vistaprint is going to get our business. I say business, we're going for the free sample, aren't we? Yeah.
500.
Did you say 500 for free? Great, yeah, I'll take them.
Yeah. Can you make those in the shape of a throwing star?
Can, excellent. And you only need an email address. Well, I've got about 10 of those.
Yeah.
All right then. Where do you want to begin on the Don, seeing as we've covered his teeny beanie?
Well, look, yet again, he has shown why if he's going to have any chance at being any kind of real politician, he just needs to learn to shut the fuck up. Just
Pretty much.
think before type.
Oh no. Go on.
Saturday Night Live is an American institution. I never tend to find it that funny. It's a little bit too American for me at times, though. The Dave Chappelle show, the intro was just on the head, nail squarely hit.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic.
But Alec Baldwin does, despite the fact that Alec Baldwin is a pretty vile human being from all accounts, he does a pretty spot on Donald Trump impression, and Donald Trump does not like said impression.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Perhaps because of its accuracy. But
it was the Saturday just gone, wasn't it? They did. I think it was the second time they've done Donald Trump as their opening skit on the show, and it referenced a lot of his Twitter-like behaviour, like retweeting a 16-year-old student just because the student said that he liked him.
Yeah, and then the Donald when viewing it was just like, oh, it's not even funny, sad.
Yeah,
these usual non sequiturs, and Saturday Night Live has been going for around about 7 or 8 presidential terms, and they've criticised. Well, I'll poke fun at every single one of them.
Yeah,
and you just ride it. I think I don't know if pretty much every president has actually appeared on it, at least like in office as well. I remember even George Thicko Bush Jr. the one who you thought it couldn't get worse than, and 2016 yet again popped up his head and went, ho ho ho, you fucking watch me go. Just, even if he can go, oh yeah, that's cool, I'm going to be on Saturday Night Live.
If he has enough, not deprecation, but they kind of announced to say, to accept people poking fun at him.
Yeah, it's fine, I'm the president, this comes with the job, people can poke fun at me. And Donald Trump just sits there in his quite literally gold-encrusted tower and just whines while he's getting calls from the president of Taiwan.
Oh, yeah.
Which, is it a country, isn't it?
Depends who you ask.
I wonder what his relations are going to be with China just for doing that.
Oh, so president, I think it is, president of Taiwan, put a call in towards to the Don, which is kind of unheard of because Taiwan, the island nation, is kind of slightly disputed as a place by China. China says that it should be part of China, and it should be called Chinese Taipei, not Taiwan. And anybody who wants to do business with China has to agree with them. And because America wants to do business with China because it's bigger than Taiwan, they agree and say, no, it's definitely just a Chinese province. So there are no official ties between Taiwan and most of the rest of the world. So having a presidential elect candidate talking to the prime minister on the phone is unheard of, and a little bit odd considering the Donald's love for China. Oh wait, no, he doesn't love them. Oh, does he? He outsources a lot of work there. I know that much, but I'm not sure if he likes them.
Because global warming is something that China made up, so maybe he thinks Taiwan is too.
Maybe that's it. Yeah,
this is just he thinks someone's prank calling him, and it's just Taiwan.
Oh yeah, Taiwan. Yeah, I've heard of that place. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Taiwan. Well, I've got many ties. I've got Taiwan, Tai 2, Tai 3. He's not that clever. He wouldn't be able to think that quick.
That joke was terrible.
Exactly, and he can't even do that. That's the level you are, Trump. I'm going to directly tweet you, and I'm going to say this is what we think of you. We, two British men with no clout. Absolutely none. Have at you. That's right.
That's right. I challenge you, sir. Have at you, sir.
I challenge you to a duel with blow-up condoms. Yeah.
Wits. You'll never be able to find any. He'll be safe.
Yeah. I think I'm going to win that one.
Yeah, easy.
He's also had a little conversation with Al Gore, speaking of climate change and stuff. And Al Gore actually left the meeting feeling moderately not negative. He was...
That was the largest question mark you've ever said.
He went in and they were talking for, I think it was an hour and a half. And Al Gore felt that he came out making some progress. It is this thing of where you almost feel like Donald Trump has said one thing and then will just completely renege on it just because he probably just gets swayed by the last person he saw.
This is what I think, yeah.
No matter who that is, if Al Gore goes in and goes, oh, climate change is bad and it's real, and you go, oh yeah, climate change is bad and it probably is real. And then Mike Pence will come in and he'll go, no, climate change isn't real. No, we love oil and coal and we hate gays. And you're like, climate change is erosion. Yeah, I hate gays.
I think you're right. He's just incredibly weak-willed.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any courage of any convictions. So he just goes along with it. You can convince him with, I don't know, some bag of jelly tots.
Yeah. For the Americans, jelly tots are babies we coat in sugar. Because we're British. I like that.
That's jelly babies. It is jelly tots.
Jelly tots are after they've started walking, but not quite there yet.
They're not quite jelly tots yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
One step below the gingerbread man. Yeah, I think you're right. He's very easily swayed because he did a similar thing with Barack Obama the first week after the election, didn't he?
Hate him. He's not real.
Yeah, 18 months. Yeah, founder of ISIS. He's done all these terrible things. Then after an hour-long meeting with the president, I think we had a lot of things in common. We kind of reached a common ground.
Nice guy.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
We both have hair. Oh, wait.
One of us has hair.
We both have wives.
Mm-hmm. One of us didn't pay for it. Yeah. There's a lot to talk about with this guy, isn't there?
Yeah, but I think for this this bye week, this fortnight, well, that's where we'll leave it. We'll square that off there.
Can I add one more?
Go on.
Just the headline, because I feel it's amazing.
Yeah.
Donald Trump refuses intelligence briefings. The president-elect, because he's got to start leading the country, starts getting as soon as he's been elected in the election, he starts getting the daily intelligence briefings that the president gets, and he's been refusing to receive them.
Of course he has.
Because he don't need no more intelligence.
No, exactly. It's why he's the perfect president for this age of being afraid of knowing too much. We've reached, common people's knowledge has reached the zenith. It's there. They've seen that actually we mean nothing. There's a big old black void out there. None of it cares about us. I'm afraid. Let's go back down the hill, please. Let's go back to just vaccines. Oh no.
No thanks.
They're the devil's work. Oh no. Gays. Oh no. Progressiveness. No. I'm on sit in my house and put my money under my mattress and have sex with my sister.
Sounds like fun. So Donald Trump refuses intelligence briefings. Of course he does. Why would he accept intelligence at all?
Maybe he just knows that every person he gets in will just change his opinion so much.
Oh yeah,
that he will
that's
just
it.
Ping pong back and forth.
He just keeps losing track of his opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like watching two top table tennis champions just go at it, and his mind will just be blown because he's just going back and forth so much.
Like Forrest Gump playing against a wall.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to have that picture in now.
He is at least very aware of his own shortcomings. Maybe that's why. And I'm not talking about his penis again.
Or his hands.
Tiny
his
hands.
Gropey hands.
Tiny hands, tiny gloves. Know what I mean?
That's what they say. That is. I've heard it said at least once by somebody sat quite near to me just now.
Indeed. On the brighter side of 2016 politics, Austria didn't elect a far-right knobhead.
Oh yeah, they had the choice between. In fact, I have the names here. I was prepared, so I'm gonna give it a go.
I've also written down the names. Go on.
I'm gonna go for Alexander van der Bellen.
I said Alexander van der Bellen, but okay.
Okay. An independent member of the Greens Party.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, ooh, a Green. Ooh.
Is he an alien?
Yeah. He must have some hippy-dippy progressive ideas about not burning coal and blowing people up. And then you've got Norbert Hofer. Yeah? Or Hofer? Hofer?
Hofer, because it doesn't have the umlauts above.
Norbert.
Or Norb.
Oh, Norb.
Norbert
of the Freedom Party of Austria. Who definitely, if you pay attention to right-wing party names, the Freedom Party of Austria definitely has the ring of the ring of the right wing. I can't say it. The ring of the right wing.
The ring of the right wing.
That's the one.
Falls mainly on the plain, but not in Austria.
So he.
Although saying that, they do actually have the sort of majority in their parliament, so. Chances are they'll actually form some kind of weird coalition.
There'll have to be a more moderate coalition going on, yeah.
There
was a lot of concern in Austria about this guy Norbert. Yeah. They really didn't like him. His policies were like, back to the Nazis time. The guy we don't talk about who used to be from around here, you know. And there were lots of people who defaced his posters and with swastikas and put mustaches on him, which is hilarious. But on the plus side, like you say, he wasn't elected.
Yeah.
3 times he wasn't elected.
Yeah, and he tried.
He tried. So in Austria, there's a 2-phase election cycle. So it's basically like a round of Britain's Got Talent, where if you get through the first round, you can get into the second round, and then you have to win the second round to be crowned the champion.
Yeah.
But in May, the second phase of the elections was annulled because this guy Norbert kind of argued and said, it's not fair, I want to be in charge. But when
in America, when they say that, they go, oh, yeah, okay. In Austria, when they say that, they go, no.
No, maybe we should just have another election. And they're like, okay. And he lost again.
So,
which is good news.
America.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We've had the rise of the populist movement in the UK. Boo. And in America. Boo. And in Austria. No.
Austria has to be the one with some sense. And it is getting quite worrying when, like, Angela Merkel.
Nice accent.
Yeah, the old German leader. She's instituting a ban, trying to get through a ban on the burqa. And you just think, oh, you were doing all right there.
Yeah, she was doing okay for a bit.
Ange, what's wrong, Ange? Did someone cut you up in traffic? I don't know about you. I spent a good portion of my life mixing happily with, the Asian community. I've never seen an issue with, as long as it's someone's choice to wear a burqa, a niqab, a hijab, any item of that kind of dress, as long as it's their choice. What's the problem? If I want to wear a balaclava, I can do that. That's fine. If I want to wear a muumuu, I'll wear that. You should
surely be allowed to.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's not someone's choice, yeah, fair enough. Crack down on that.
But that's where the very fine line is. Do you want the state deciding when you've made a choice?
Well.
Because you have. I agree that people should have the right to choose to dress however they want, despite some examples. But at the same time, if you say we're going to ban the burqa or the niqab or the hijab for reasons of freedom, because we want to ensure that people aren't being oppressed by religion, how are you going to do that? How are you going to ensure that what you're doing isn't you're
trying to free people by taking away their freedom.
Yes, yeah. We don't think you're capable of making this choice.
Yeah, so we're going to take the choice away.
Yeah,
that's yeah. There's just some weird shit in the world when it comes to that kind of thing, and it is purely a fear, and that means the terrorists are winning because their whole idea is terror to meet their ends. We have been instilled with terror, therefore we are prejudicing against Muslims, which will force them to turn to, more radical Muslims who were saying, well, we'll stand up for you.
Yeah. See, this is what we told you all along. The West were against us.
Yeah.
So you should come and join us.
They've created a self-fulfilling prophecy, and really it's very smart. It's, you get people to be afraid of you, and by you I mean the entirety of a religion, because it's not a race. Sorry, Muslim people who might be listening to it, but Islam isn't a race, it is a religion, judging just purely by the fact that it covers, so it's like saying Christianity is a race. Christianity isn't a race of people. Of course
it's a religion, because you can choose to join it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's still prejudice. I don't even know the correct terminology when you're afraid of a religion.
Is it xenophobia?
Oh no, xenophobia is just sort of fear of foreigners. I mean, it is xenophobia as well, because, well, that's where it gets a bit sticky, really, because if you're a British Muslim, technically they're not being xenophobic because they're afraid of someone who's actually British, but they don't think they're British. So it all gets very confusing, all this phobic stuff. But basically, you who wish to wear hijab, niqab, Meccano, you want to put a Lego drape in your house. No, it's all good. You've got that choice. You should feel free to do what you want. Fuck the world, yeah? Let's just burn it down, eh?
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Sorry. I think the ghost of Castro's in me.
We were doing so well. We were talking about how the right wasn't winning in Austria, and then suddenly we're talking about
right-winging.
Being very right.
David Beckham was good at right-winging.
So I've heard.
Yeah, that's a football joke.
Yeah. Oh, football.
Trying to get everyone in there. Trying to get it. Oh, bring you all in. Next, we'll talk about MMA. I like the way they cuddle. I bet they're very warm.
Those nice warm hugs they have on the ground when they're squeezing each other very tight.
I just find MMA very weird. Boxing as well.
Why do you find MMA weird?
Just any job where you go into it and say, do you know what I want to do? Possibly get smashed in the face. That's not a sane choice. That's
probably true.
I mean, granted, if you're very good at MMA or boxing, you won't.
You probably won't get smashed
but you
in the
need
face,
to have supreme confidence in yourself to say, do you know what I'm going to do? Not get smashed in the face or have anything broken ever. Like, good on you if you think that way, but no. I'll just be in it for the cuddles.
Do you want to talk about the football thing?
The football thing. Ooh.
If you want to go back down the hill again after we've gone to the peak of
back to the sad times. So in England,
2016 shitting on us again.
Yeah. Well, really, it's sort of the 80s and 90s shitting on us in 2016.
Well, in 2016 is the year when we find out. Yeah.
Yeah. There's been a lot of allegations. I believe they are allegations at the moment of young footballers, or then young footballers, or soccer players, if you're wrong.
If you're wrong.
Being abused by their coaches,
managers.
Yeah. At a youth level, and it's essentially being covered up for
30 years.
Yeah. Partially sort of by the actual players themselves out of fear, because when you're told, if you say anything about this, you're never going to play football.
You'll never play football. No one will believe you.
Yeah, I'm big, you're small. I'm right, you're wrong, and this is how it goes.
It's the classic story of predators everywhere, and we heard it earlier this year last year with Jimmy Savile, and then other 80s entertainers, and now it's just another example of people in power shitting on the little guys.
Yeah, it makes you really, when you look back at anything pre-2000, you just have to judge every celebrity or every person in a position of power as a potential paedophile, because it's certainly looking that way.
Thanks, 2016.
Yeah. I, for one, am waiting for the allegations against Pat Sharpe.
God!
If you've ever seen Funhouse, and people who are English, this bit is, if nothing else has lost you, this will. But Funhouse, well, it was a whole lot of fun.
It was a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. There was prizes
to be won for everyone.
Yeah. It was a real wacky show where anything could go.
Yeah.
And Pat Sharpe was a man who had a mullet that could only be accurately described as, say the word. Say it.
I don't know what word you're going to say.
Say glorious. Glorious. You could set your watch by that mullet.
Because mullets are renowned for being able to tell time.
Yeah, but they show repeats of this on a channel called Challenge, and now and again you'll see Pat Sharpe just give a cheeky pat to a young girl's bum, and you think, oh, Pat, you didn't know 2016 was happening, did you?
Yeah.
You weren't aware.
He's a DJ now.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He DJs for university student festivals.
Yeah. Him and Hodor.
Yeah.
Pulling some double sets. Getting them shapes pulled.
Thrown, I think. I think you throw shapes.
Well, you pull them first and then you throw them. You got to get them out of somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah,
you got to just get shapes from thin air. That'd be silly.
Just pulling a triangle out of your ass, which is something I don't recommend doing.
Yeah, as long as that ass belongs to someone over the age of 16 or 18.
Or 18
in America.
in your region of choice.
Yeah, Holland 12, I believe. Saudi Arabia. Let's not go there. Just in case. I don't want to offend.
It's too hot, too sandy. I just don't want to go there.
No, exactly. Let's go to Dubai instead. They got cars there. They got brum brum.
It's also hot and sandy, but they've got cars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They've got the Burj Khalifa, which is like Wiz Khalifa but bigger.
It's bigger than most Khalifas.
Is it Mia Khalifa? Never mind.
She's the daughter.
No, that's no. I in a way, I'm surprised that you don't know who I might be referring to if I've got her name right.
You might have got it wrong then.
I might have got it wrong. Porn star. She's a porn star. That's
Yeah.
Just, like, if people recognise the name, just tell me if I'm right. I could Google it.
You are right.
I am right.
Yeah.
Has that jogged your memory?
No, I know you're right, but no mind. Carry on.
We all know I'm right, and we all know why, because we're all horrible people.
We're all terrible human beings.
Yeah. Listen, 2016 can take away a lot of things. It can take away our left-wing leaders. It can take away our pop stars. It can take away our liberties and our freedoms. It can take away our Barack Obamas. But God damn it,
It can't stop us being dicks.
nope, and all touching them. Yet, anyway, 2017 is the year the masturbation stops. Snooper's Charter goes to a whole new level. Isn't there a thing coming in that's based around that as well, where you might essentially have to sort of register with your IP provider to say, yeah, I want access to 18 plus sites?
Yeah, they're going to make the porn filter an opt-in, so
Yeah.
you'll automatically have the porn blocked by your internet service provider.
Yeah.
And so you have to tell them if you want to watch porn, or just use one of the many ways that you can to get around that kind of filtering.
Yeah. Or just, if you've got no shame,
Just tell them.
just, string up and go, yeah, I want the porn.
I don't care. You're not, yeah.
Or if you have shame, you just say, oh, I need access to the lottery sites. Can I please have my 18 plus thing put off?
Yeah.
Whatever way the switch is
Turn
going.
off the filter.
Yeah. That thing, make it the opposite way. I want them. I want the boobs. I mean, lotteries.
I think there was a debate about that earlier this year. It was like, well, it should be the other way around. You should have to opt into the filter. But
there's also, and this is really diverse from politics, but it can be interesting just to talk about this. There's also, like last year, there was the kind of clampdown on what UK porn could kind of produce, like face sitting and pee-based things, which included female ejaculation, because it was found out that female ejaculation was actually just excess urine that was expelled. And I believe possibly tied in with all these other things is also something else that perhaps clamped down a little bit more on what the UK porn industry can produce. All I'm getting is face sitting, but that's from last year, and just
I love it whenever this conversation comes up, because it always talks about how the government is clamping down on this extreme porn, because extreme porn would like you to clamp down. They don't mind. They enjoy
if
it.
There's one thing
if there's one thing they want, it's more clamps. Yeah,
more clamps.
Bring on the clamps.
The real question is, why not Zoidberg? But
because clamps.
That was it. They're basically trying to not only stop the UK porn industry doing it, but also prevent UK citizens from seeing it. So
how dare
websites like eFucked, I know you know what sites I mean. I know you know that exact site. We've all been there. We've all seen it. We've all got it bookmarked. We all look at it every week and go, oh, new video. Oh.
And if you don't, then what are you doing listening to this podcast?
Yeah, come on. They'll essentially be, I guess, technically illegal for certain things that it'd show anyway. And it just seems a little bit, again, it's that thing of, some stuff, it's not that you shouldn't be able to watch it, but the vast majority of stuff that you shouldn't be watching is in the dark web, which most people don't have a clue how to get to. And if they did, what sites they would see such Hellraiser-based nightscapes as to turn the mind asunder.
What sites I will show you.
But as long as it's two consenting adults, just let them sit on each other's faces and just tell them that you love them. Sit on their face and tell them that they're theirs.
This comes back to the same issue of the freedom to do what you want, though. That you were talking about earlier with the burqa ban. As a free citizen, don't I have the right to choose to look at pornographic images that have two consenting adults taking part, no matter what they're doing? They could be pissing on each other and sitting on each other's faces. You can't tell me that I can't watch that, surely. Okay, I shouldn't be watching videos of people abusing each other. Like, if it was actually abuse and there was no consent involved, I can understand you wanting to stop that because you're protecting the victims. That makes sense. But you can't. Why can't I watch what two consenting adults, 3, 4, 17 consenting adults are doing together?
Yeah. At the minute, UK porn industry also has to abide by the 4-finger rule because fisting isn't allowed. So no thumbs.
Does that mean if you'd been in a horrible hacksaw accident and you've only got 4 fingers?
Yeah, you probably.
You could or just put the stump in. If you just like prosthetic porn, you take off your fake hand.
Yeah,
Abu Hamza would be fine. Just take the hooks off.
Fisting's not allowed. Stumping, as far as I'm aware, is
no legislation covering that.
All good to go. All good to go. Get the stump in there.
Get the stump in there.
Ooh.
Treebeard would be glad to know. He wants to put his stump in.
Oh
man, I grossed myself out with that one. Sorry. Little bit Evil Dead, that.
Oh my. Sap everywhere. It's all in my eye.
And that's why you don't have sex with trees.
That and splinters.
Yeah. Well, goes without saying that.
Speaking of which, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies are shit, aren't they?
I think we covered this a couple of weeks ago.
We did, but I just want to reiterate shit.
How shit they are.
Yeah, fucking terrible.
I'm going to still have to take your word for it because I have not seen them.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that to myself.
Don't look at them. Don't look at them with your eyes.
I choose not to.
Was there anything else that we needed to cover?
We could talk about this one.
Oh yeah, Bigly Brexit's
back.
Bigly Brexit is back again.
In the news.
Back again, the Renegade Master. Yeah, this time headed up by his papa, Lord Panic.
Lord Panic, what a great name.
Bigly did turn to his Lord and Master. Lord Panic, and he did say, Sir, the bigger boys, they're saying that I can't leave whenever I want to. I've got to be ratified via Parliament. But that's not the way a referendum works, even though it really is. Oh, sir, please help. So
the court case started yesterday, and today was day 2. Yesterday was... an independent citizen started up a petition to take the government to court, basically, and say, look, we can't leave the EU without it being debated by the MPs in Parliament first, because we elected them to do that for us.
Yep.
So Theresa May can't trigger Article 50. We can't Brexit until the MPs, our representatives, have talked about it. So yesterday was the first time this case was brought up. The government kind of said, well, that's a load of bollocks, and it was thrown out, and now they're back into a higher court. And yesterday the government made their defence, and today was the people who said the MPs need to talk about it, led by this guy Lord Panic, who it's just a glorious meeting of worlds. Like the Remainers, and they are panicking, and so they've got a guy called Panic to try and force this to happen again. It doesn't matter which way this case is like resolved. If the judges, who look like they're professors at Hogwarts, the way they dress, if they ever say, right, the MPs do have to talk about it, well, the MPs still have a mandate to trigger Article 50 and for Brexit to happen because the people have spoken. And if they say that the MPs don't have to discuss it, well then what the fuck, you're just wasting our time.
No matter what, now nobody's going to get what they want. It has just all become excessively convoluted. It's almost like, leaving something as big as the European Union might be a little bit more difficult than just asking a load of people, do you want to stay? It's not a party at someone's house. This is like, it's a lot of treaties and other things that have to be carefully negotiated. And, you can't just say, oh, actually, I'm feeling a little bit bloated. Can I get out of the union? Can I just nip back?
I'm just going to get an Uber.
Yeah.
Off I go.
No, that's not the way it works. Sorry.
Yeah. So, Brexit is still happening no matter what the headlines say. It's just that now we've got to hear about it for even longer.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah. It's not... Our politics is just never as sexy as American politics, really.
It's called Brexit as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I know X's are meant to be sexy, but putting an X in the middle of Brexit doesn't make it any sexier. Especially when you look at Boris Johnson, who's meant to be leading it.
Ugh. Boris Johnson just looks like... I just have the horrible image of him and Donald Trump going to a meeting together, and other world leaders just standing up and going, nah. Nah. Something has gone wrong with the cloning machine. There's a glitch in the matrix.
I don't want to talk to you clones of each other. You could just swap hair and nobody would notice.
Two idiots with wacky blonde hair, both talking nonsense at us. We're not having this. Nope. This isn't politics anymore.
I was going to say, you want to be careful with that phrase, because two wacky idiots with daft hair talking to people, that could be this podcast.
I think we've got quite sensible hair. And we're not blonde. Well, I'm not blonde. You're always quite close shaven. It's hard to tell what you are.
Racist.
Well, it's all hidden under that burqa.
Yeah, I know. But it's my choice, damn it.
And I support your choice.
Thank you.
That bomb underneath is a little bit scary, though.
I only showed you that because you're my friend. That covers that one.
Yep. How far down the well are we?
Well, it's beginning to echo.
Yeah. Bigley,
save us! Save us, Bigley!
Call the 5. Stop stealing their puddings.
Bigley, come back!
Bigley, please. I'll buy you a cake.
I know how you like them. Save me, Bigley!
Stop snaffling, Bigley. At least get Lord Panic and Lord Pain while you're at it.
Lord Panic, Pain, and Disarray.
Yeah, but Lord Pain, tell him to stop doing that and videoing it. He's not allowed to do it anymore.
At least not in this country.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think we're good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just the usual reminders.
Yeah, so, yeah. Send us a message, meanderthalic@gmail.com. Isn't it lovely? Send us things. Or go on the Facebooks, like us, the Meanderthals. Yeah. Send us a message on there as well. Just send us loads of messages. Just let us know what you think.
If you think there's things you'd like us to talk about in the next one, leave us a little comment or something like that.
Yeah, leave comments underneath the video. Like it, share it.
Do it. You know you want to.
Share it. If you're listening to this on SoundCloud, share it. Like it, follow it, subscribe to it, share it. Just share. You know, sharing's caring. Teamwork is dreamwork. And I had nothing else. That's it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
That's it.
For a while there at the end, it sounded, when you were saying share it all that time, and I want to have the picture in there, it sounded like you were saying share it, as in the singer.
Yeah.
Share.
Also
a bit like one of those Budweiser frogs. Share. Share it.
Yeah.
Share.
Exactly. Just whenever you listen to this, just think of Cher. You know, in the video where she's wearing the not enough.
It would probably make it a much more pleasurable experience for everybody. I feel like we should have cut it off before then.
Yeah, we're going to go away now. Just remember, guys, no one gives a fuck who you are. Goodbye.